পশ্চিমবঙ্গের মাননীয় রাজ্যপাল আমাদের মধ্যে উপস্থিত হয়েছেন। বিদ্যাভারতী উচ্চ শিক্ষা সংস্থানের পক্ষ থেকে আমরা তাকে স্বাগত জানাই।
I would request the audience to remain standing as we will have the rendition of the national anthem. Honorable Governor Sir, His Excellency, to please light the ceremonial lamp.
দীপ প্রজ্বলনের প্রক্রিয়া শুরু। পশ্চিমবঙ্গের মাননীয় রাজ্যপাল ডক্টর সিভি আনন্দ বোস দীপ প্রজ্বলন করছেন। বিদ্যাভারতী উচ্চশিক্ষা সংস্থানের পক্ষ থেকে আমরা জানাই আমাদের আন্তরিক কৃতজ্ঞতা। বিদ্যাভারতী উচ্চশিক্ষা সংস্থানের দুদিনব্যাপী জাতীয় শিক্ষানীতির বাংলা ভাষায় শিক্ষণ ও শিক্ষণের আলোচনা সভার শুভ সূচনা করলেন মাননীয় রাজ্যপাল ডক্টর সিভি আনন্দ বোস।
We will now have felicitation of our guests. Dr. Rajesh Saha, to please felicitate our guests, our Honorable Governor, please.
মাননীয় রাজ্যপাল মহোদয় ডক্টর সিভি আনন্দ বোস অবসরপ্রাপ্ত অফিসার ইন্ডিয়ান অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেটিভ সার্ভিস। ডক্টর সিভি আনন্দ বোস ভারতবর্ষের প্রতিনিধিত্ব করেছেন ইউরোপিয়ান কাউন্সিল ফর নিউক্লিয়ার রিসার্চ জেনেভা, প্রাক্তন চেয়ারম্যান অফ অ্যাটমিক এনার্জি এডুকেশন সোসাইটি। এছাড়া মাননীয় রাজ্যপাল ডক্টর সিভি আনন্দ বোস 350টি প্রকাশনা এবং 50টি বইয়ের লেখক হিসেবে সুপরিচিত। আমাদের মধ্যে উপস্থিত আছেন আমাদের বিদ্যাভারতী উচ্চশিক্ষা সংস্থানের আলোচনা সভায় অধ্যাপক ডক্টর রাজেশ সাহা তাকে বরণ করে নেবেন। পুষ্পস্তবকের মাধ্যমে আমরা বরণ করছি মাননীয় রাজ্যপাল মহোদয় ডক্টর সিভি আনন্দ বোস মহাশয়কে।
Now I request Honorable Governor Sir, His Excellency, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, to give his inaugural address.
উদ্বোধনী বক্তৃতার জন্য বিদ্যাভারতী উচ্চশিক্ষা সংস্থানের পক্ষ থেকে স্বাগত জানাই, অনুরোধ জানাই ডক্টর সিভি আনন্দ বোস মহাশয়কে।
Respected Dr. Rajesh Saha, respected Sri Chamukrishna Shastri, Professor Kailash Chandra Sharma, Professor Ajay Pratap Singh, teachers, professors, friends and my very dear students. I am delighted to be here when we have taken a resolve to promote, nurture and take pride in our mother tongue, the Bengali language. some cynic has said, a seminar is a group of persons who individually can do nothing and collectively can sit together to decide that nothing can be done. But we are not cynics. Therefore, I am very hopeful that very solid recommendations will emanate from this seminar, which will certainly take our mission forward to promote the mother tongue in this nation. The springboard for this initiative, as you know, is a new education policy. The new education policy lays emphasis on the need to carry out education, the process of education in one's mother tongue. That is very important. We breathe our mother tongue. We talk of earth as Mother Earth, nature as Mother Nature, and whatever is sacred for us, sacrosanct for us, is always associated with the mother. And mother tongue is an emotive factor for all of us. It is very important that our going back to the mother tongue, going back to our roots, is very important for our growth and development of this nation. I think Mr. Rajesh Shah or Chamakrishna Shastri, who spoke before me, he has spoken about the introduction of English education in this country under the aegis of Macaulay. Bishop Fisher of Agra has written in his autobiography, a prominent officer of the education department under Macaulay and the British Raj. He told the bishop, mistake to educate the blighters. Mistake to educate the blighters. But one must have an ample supply of Turks to rule this blasted country. That was the ideology which prompted the Britishers to destroy Indian culture and introduce Eurocentric education. Replacing Indo-centric education, Eurocentric education was brought in this nation to make us intellectual slaves of the West. Our thinkers, our scholars, our professors eventually started thinking in the metropolis of London. That has to go. That is a change which is brought about the new education policy. As we know, education is the most powerful weapon to make changes in society. This is not my statement. This is a statement of Nelson Mandela. And Gandhiji is there on record. Live as if you will die tomorrow. Learn as if you will learn forever. Aristotle has said, the roots of education may be bitter, but the fruits will be sweet. That is the importance of education. That is why the new education policy is an important tool in establishing Atmanirbhar Bharat, which the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is trying to establish. We are now in the process of that great leap forward which India wants to do. It is said in China, there is a proverb, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Yes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. This is that one step which we are taking here. Educate our people. You see, we have a great culture. Recently, the Harvard professor, Joseph Nye, he has given out with a stunning revelation that what the nations need in the future is not hard power, but soft power. Hard power, as you know, is military strength and economic power. But soft power is our art, heritage, culture. That is a power which India has. India has one of the strongest soft powers in the whole world. But unfortunately, we are not even in the 30 countries which is projecting its soft power. We have to come back to projecting our soft power. And the easiest way, the best way, the most sustainable way of establishing soft power is education. That is why the Kasturi Rangan Committee has applied its mind and decided that there should be a sea change from Western-centric education to India-centric education. This will bring in a sea change, the type of change which the Nobel laureate W.B. Yeats describes in his famous poem Easter 1916. Incidentally, speaking from Bengal, I remember Tagore was the greatest scholar whom Yeats admired. His Gitanjali has inspired Yeats, who later on got the Nobel Prize for Poetry. He has written in Easter 1916, all change utterly, a terrible beauty is born. With the introduction of education through mother tongue, what this nation is going to see in the near future is all change utterly, a terrible beauty is born. Yes, we should have vision. Vision and action are equally important. If you ask me what is required for this nation to implement its policies, particularly the new education policy, is a happy blend of vision and action. Vision and action are equally important. If you have vision without action, there is no result. If you have action without vision, the result can be counterproductive. I remember the famous Gurkha regiment. You know, the Gurkha regiment of the British Army were highly valorous people. They will know their motto itself is first obey and then complain. Anything that is told to the Gurkha regiment will be accomplished. Whatever happens, even at supreme sacrifice, they will see that mission is achieved. Once, the British commandant asked the Gurkha chief, tomorrow you have to jump from a height of 5,000 feet. For the first time, the Gurkha chieftain asked a counter question. Commandant, can the height be reduced from 5,000 feet to 3,000 feet? The British commandant said, what difference does it make? You'll be using a parachute. With a demure smile, the Gurkha chieftain said, I didn't know there will be a parachute. That is action without vision. Yes, we want action, we want vision. All the great movements in the world, be it the French Revolution, the American Revolution, the October Revolution, the Russian Revolution, and the greatest of the revolutions that India's freedom struggle, everything begins from the vision of a man or a group of men. Yes, vision should lead to action. Take the case of Shakespeare. Before Shakespeare dipped his pen in ink, he had a vision of what Macbeth, Othello, King Lear, as you like it, will be. Yes, that is a vision which precedes action. Look at the great paintings of Sistine Chapel of Michelangelo. Before Michelangelo dipped his pen, his brush in paint, he had a vision of what the day of the judgment is to be, which you see immortalized on the Sistine Chapel. Yes, everything is born twice, first in the mind, then in the field. This realization is very much there in the new education policy, which has been so carefully drafted and meticulously dexterously implemented. Yes, the mind is its own place, as Milton says. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. That is where we have to succeed. India has to train the minds of the youngsters, to feel proud of this nation. India is strong. We should assert we are strong. India is great. We should assert we are great. Yes, that is a process of transformation that is going on in this country. People ask me about our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi. They say so many Prime Ministers are there. Every country has a Prime Minister. This nation also has a Prime Minister. Everybody has contributed something or the other to this nation. What has Modi done? I can tell you what Modi has done. Modi has modified this nation. Yes, that speaks a lot. All changed utterly. A terrible beauty is born. It is this transformational process which this nation has started, which this nation has been able to achieve and show the result to the whole world. It is this transformational process which is going to be expedited when the new education policy is implemented. And the heart and soul of this is to learn, being able to learn in one's own mother tongue. That is the spirit of this. I do not want to take more of your time because education is what makes you a good citizen. Education should be able to tell you, like Hamlet, when you are facing a crisis, to be or not to be, you should be able to get the answer. What to do, what to say, how to do, when to do. These are the answers which education has to equip you to find within yourself, find for others. Yes, That is a process which is going on here. That readiness which is there. As Francis Bacon says, reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man, writing an exact man. We want India to be ready to face any consequences, any situation. Our children are ready, and education is what it will prompt. Education is the unseen breeze which moves a sail that propels a ship. Yes, now in my own case, whether I have been able to imbibe that spirit of education which makes you ready for any occasion, instead of faltering like Hamlet, to be or not to be. I remember a situation, not in this state. There was massive floods in the state. Naturally, the chief minister, the governor, the chief secretary, the DGP, they all came for an aerial survey of the flood-affected areas. All of them came together. They found the pilot of the helicopter is missing. They found the pilot had gone to the school to fetch his child who is in the school. Knowing that the chief minister and governor are all there, he rushed to the spot, helipad, and then he said, "Sir, I'm sorry, I had gone to pick up my child from school." The chief minister said, "That's okay. Let us get going. Sir, give me some time. I'll send my child home and come back." No, it's okay. Let the child also fly with us. So they flew. There was some little problem on the way. The helicopter started rocking. Then the chief minister said, "See, I have to supervise the flood relief operations, so I will jump down." He took one of the parachutes and jumped down. Then the governor said, "I should be there to see that everything is according to the Constitution of India." So he took another parachute and jumped down. The chief secretary said, "If I'm not there, the CM and governor will not be able to execute their decision." So he also took the parachute and jumped down. DGP naturally said, "I have to be there. Otherwise, law and order situation will be there." So he also jumped down. Then there was only one parachute left in the helicopter. The pilot told the son, "Sonny, please use that parachute and save yourself." The son said, "No, Papa, you should also come." No, dear, there is only one parachute left." And the boy said, No, uncle, no, Papa, there are two parachutes." "How could you say that? I know there is only one parachute." No, Papa, that governor uncle jumped with my school bag on his back. So when to do, what to do, I think that is what education is expected to teach us. And certainly the quality of education depends on if the student has not learned, the teacher has not taught. That is a maxim. If the student has not learned, the teacher has not taught. The converse is also true. If the student has learned, it means the teacher has taught. The Indian youth in the IT sector or professional areas, if the Indian new generation is respected the world over, it means their teachers have taught them well. We rely on the efficiency of the teachers to take this nation to where it should be. I have a humble opinion. When I am speaking for the propagation of Bangla Bhasha, I should be able to speak in Bengali. I will make an attempt. I do not know whether it will be like jumping with the school bag on, but I'll try. Upasthit Otithigon, Mother Goro, Mother Asha, Amari Bangla Bhasha. Ami Bangla ke bhalobashi, Ami Banglar Manish ke bhalobashi, Ami Pavitra Banglar Ongo hote chai. Pavitra Bengal Ongo hote chai. Matribhasha Nijirma, Onabhasha Dhaima, Onabhasha Kokono Ma Hoto Parena. Thank you.